Good morning, guys. Welcome to another day of e-learning. Just want to take a couple minutes again, just like we have in the past, to make sure that we're all using this time wisely, so that way we're not trying to wait till the very last minute to get these e-learning assignments turned in. Now, on last Friday, it worked out that two of the three geometry classes were able to take their tests. Unfortunately, my second period class was not able to take their test. It seems like there was a miscommunication when it came to the sub and what the expectations were. So we will sort that out when we get back into class. What we are going to do, I know that, again, the one class still needs to take the test. We're going to move on to chapter 2, and then we'll circle back for that test for you guys that haven't taken it. Chapter 2 is all about what is called reasoning and proofs. Okay, and we're going to just look at a very small part of that here today. We're going to talk about what are called conditional statements, which deal with if and then. And we're going to talk about what is called a hypothesis and a conclusion. So I just want to walk you through, again, what the expectations are going to be for today's e-learning. So if you go here to the home page, and I'm in the student view, so this is exactly what you should see. Our home page will say right here, here's a link to Monday's e-learning assignment. So let's go ahead and click on that. It's actually going to take you to an assignment, so it's going to be a little bit different setup than the last two e-learning days that we had. So I've got a couple videos. This first one's just 3 minutes talking about very basic concept, what the conditional statements are. Basically, what it comes down to, guys, a conditional statement is an if-then statement. Okay, it has an if something and then something. You can see right there, they've got the statement, and I want you to still watch this. But if the weather is nice, then I will play outside. The if part is right before the hypothesis. The then part is right before the conclusion. So I want you to watch this again, about 3 minutes. If you feel like you got a pretty good handle on it, you can skip this video. This is another video. This is a little bit older video, but it's still really good, talking again about the conditional statements. So watch those two. Takes you about 5 or 6 minutes to watch that. And then you can see here I've got 10 statements that we're going to go through and try to identify the hypothesis and the conclusion. Now, here's how this will go. Once you watch the videos, we'll go up here where it says Submit Assignment. Now, it's going to open up a text box for you. Okay, and here's how I want you to set this up. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just put number 1, and I want you just to say hypothesis and then conclusion. Now, I'll work through this first one for you to kind of help you out. If Amanda studies for a test, then she will pass the test. The hypothesis will always be right after the if. So in this case, it would be Amanda studies for her test. Now, the second part, the conclusion, will always come after the then, which for us means that she will pass her test. Or the test. Now, you'll notice that I didn't put the words if as part of the hypothesis and then as part of the conclusion. That's because they are not, okay? It's just what comes after those specific ones. Okay, so there's your first one. Now, from there, we'll go ahead and do number 2 and then work our way through. So you got 10 of them. And then once you're done, obviously we'll press submit, then that'll be it. Okay, so again, just to kind of recap, we're going to watch these 2 videos. I know I've kind of touched on some of it. I still want you to watch both of these here. Especially the first one, that's a pretty good one. The second one's, again, a little bit older, maybe not as good, but it's still gives you some good ideas on it. Okay, and just like always, I've got office hours, so I'll be available to answer any questions if these statements aren't quite making sense. Okay, and then finally, your final reminder, I should say, you're going to have 3 days to work through this. So 3 school days, which would, as of right now, be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But again, this is something that we should be able to get done and taken care of today. So guys, reach out to me with any questions you have, and enjoy your day of e-learning.